So people are actually checking you out, checking out your reviews, and they're making a very decisive decision after they see that. So this is the game to be played, nothing else.
Perfect. Thank you for that, Mario. We're now live on all the channels. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. All right. So we're going to talk about the power of Google. We're going to talk about when they Google your name or they Google a local service area, right? Like for all of you on the chat right now, let me know, what is the service area? Like what are the neighborhoods or the top neighborhood that you want to show up on the top of the search engines for? Like if they put in best realtor in this town, you're showing up on the top of the search engines. Let's list some neighborhoods in the chat where you want to be a specialist. You want to be the neighborhood expert. You want to show up on the top of the search engines. We got Geraldine says Green Bay, Wisconsin. Larry says Holbrook, New York. John says Heritage Lakes. So here's what's happening as you're listing those towns. People look you up online and they look for agents in a certain area. They look for offices in a certain area. I landed in Panama City a couple days ago and I said, let me Google who's the best realtor in Panama City. And I was shocked that not a lot of agents had Google business pages. A lot of agents didn't have Google reviews, but this one agent stood out with 500 reviews. And I'm like, this agent gets it. This agent is crushing it, winning all the business on top of all the other agents, right? And I actually brought it up in the office. I said, check out this agent with 500. They're like, oh, we know that agent. That agent always shows up on Google. I'm like, that agent gets it. That agent got it 5 years ago. I don't want you all to fall behind, okay? If you've got less than 50 reviews right now, you're starting to fall behind because other agents are getting 100, they're getting 1,000, they're getting a lot of reviews. Now, it doesn't mean you can't catch up. I have several agents that in just 3 weeks, they got 50 reviews. So we're going to show you how to do this, okay? This is going to be a little bit of a master class, but I'm going to do this in a couple of weeks on Fridays. I'm going to cover Google for the whole month of May. Okay, I'm going to cover Google for the whole month of May so that you win in your local market. Does that sound good? How many of you want to win in your local market? You really want to get focused on one platform and win in that platform. We're so distracted, everybody. We are so distracted. Let's just face it. There's Facebook, there's YouTube, there's LinkedIn, there's TikTok, there's Zillow, there's Realtor, there's all these things. But if I was going to give you the most value I could give you, and I could focus on one thing for 4 weeks, what would that one thing be? Google. I want you all to crush it in Google. So I've decided that I'm not just going to teach 1 week Google, 1 week LinkedIn. I'm going to do the next 4 weeks all on Google so you get all of it. And you literally focus and crush Google. So you all are getting in early right now because we're about to promote this 4-week challenge to a lot more agents, but you're getting in on the ground level and I'm not charging you for this. So the other bonus is I'm going to be charging other agents for this course in the future because it's going to be that good. But all of you, because you're my raving fans, because you come every Friday, you're getting in complimentary, okay? This is going to be massive. I'm going to focus for 4 weeks, put in all my effort into building what's the best course for you all on how to optimize Google and get more reviews and be on the top of the list. Who's in? Who really wants to be committed to just conquering one thing solid versus being distracted in a million directions and getting barely any results, right? Awesome. I love it. People are like, yes, please. I'm in. Love it. So let's get into this. First thing to know, if you are not part of our training group here, like you're new to this community, you want to text the word training to 516-400-4161. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, this is the way to get subscribed. Why do you want to do that? Because you won't miss any of the replays. You'll get the latest video instantly. So if you haven't done this yet, text training to 516-400-4161. It'll automatically put you on the list and it'll send you the link to my YouTube channel so you can subscribe and get all the replays. Every time I go live, I put the replay on my YouTube. So now you'd automatically get it. Instead of many of you texting us, we know, hey, Alex, can I get the replay? Hey, Alex, can you email me the replay? It's always on my YouTube. So I'm just making it really easy for you all. So I'll give you a moment now. Those of you that already texted in, say, hey, I already texted in. If you're new, text the word training, say, I did it. I got the link to your YouTube. I subscribed to the channel, and you're good to go. There is no charge for this, all right? So it's complimentary. What'll happen, you text training, it'll say add yourself to community, and then boom, the link gets sent to you. Tina says done, John says done. The number is 516-400-4161. Mario, I'm going to let you work on responding in the chat because I'm just going to stay focused on my voice here, all right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm already responding to some folks regarding their personal concerns. So yeah, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, everybody, let's get into it. Give you a little bit of background on me. I've been in the industry for 25 years. This is my mom. She's the reason I got in the industry. My mom was doing real estate back in the 80s, 90s, the year 2000, all the way until she retired down to sunny Florida. But my mom didn't have it easy. She came from Romania in 1968 during communism, had to leave everything behind, their house, their factory, started over in America with nothing, got her real estate license, started doing rentals, started doing residential, and then the year 2000 hits, boom, and my mom doesn't know computers. Now she's like, Alex, how do I pay the bills? I don't know how to put a listing into the MLS. I don't know how to do digital marketing. She's like, you got to help me. I'm like, Mom, I want to go work in New York City. I want to go be a big shot in New York City. And she's like, well, we got to pay the bills. Can you help me out this summer? And I got into it with her. I started doing digital marketing. We closed the biggest deal of her life. And that launched my career as a technology consultant. I've been in the industry for 25 years, helping realtors, building companies that leverage technology, okay? So now I can say I'm a CEO, I'm an international speaker. Our company hit the Inc. 5000, fastest growing companies in America last year. Really big deal for us. We work with all the major brands. I speak for the National Association of Realtors on their webinars. I speak at their annual events. We've actually partnered with National Association of Realtors and .realtor domains for the big legislative meetings this May that are going to be in Washington, D.C. We have the biggest booth right in the front. So 25 years in the business, finally, now we have the biggest booth right in the front of National Association of Realtor events. This is me speaking at RE/MAX Argentina. I'm a digital marketing expert. I've won awards, $10 million in digital marketing sales. And why I share this all with you is because there is no overnight success story here. This took a village. This took a community. This took all of you participating for me to build this influencer community. And my team is amazing. We have one of the top podcasts in the world right now, top 1%. And I want you all to be in the top 1% of your industry. And I'm going to show you a lot of ways that we can do this. You can listen to our podcast. We've interviewed Elena Cardone, Jarek Robbins, the son of Tony Robbins, Tristan Ahumada, you name it. And we've got this great YouTube channel where all the interviews live. And we've got these amazing guidebooks that we provide to all of our agents. Enough about me. My team is amazing. My team is so committed that when we had investors that weren't writing us checks because market happened, COVID happened, we had to wait. My team worked without a paycheck. Pretty crazy. Like Mario was there. He worked without a paycheck when we weren't getting paid from investors to build this company. And now we are finally an approved supplier for all the major brands. We've helped 100,000 agents and we're approved with all these brands. We have a company called RealGrader.ai. We've got this digital business card. We've got this influencer program, a lot of ways to help you all. But today I want to focus on you. Today is me giving you the information you need to understand how to navigate the Google world and how to get on the top of the Google world. All right. Shauna and anybody else who needs guidebooks or any kind of educational support, all you got to do is text in and ask for the guidebooks, and we will make sure to send you the link. So that same phone number we provided you, just text the word guidebooks, and we'll send you the link to that. So what am I going to talk about? For the next 4 weeks, I'm going to talk about why Google matters more than ever because of these new algorithm changes that have just happened, how to get more Google reviews fast, how to build your Google business page so you can get more phone calls and more leads. I think at the end of the day, that's what you all really care about. You're like, Alex, the Google's great, but if I'm not getting phone calls and I'm not getting leads, what am I doing this for? And I can tell you that there's agents that are getting hundreds of phone calls, hundreds of leads from their Google business page. And it does take a little time to build, but I'm going to teach you the foundation. I'm going to teach you how to master this. And then finally, you're going to learn how to show up on the top of Google, like literally how to get all the way to the top above everybody else. This is all doable, everybody. Whether you're a brand new agent and you don't even have listings, you could get to the top of Google. Or you're an experienced agent who's been around for 30 years and you never had a Google business page. You can get to the top of Google. The people on the top of the Google, the only difference between you all and them is they focused on it. That's it. Where we put our focus, that grows. Where we put our energy, that grows. So we're going to put our focus for the next 4 weeks on Google, just joining my Friday classes, implementing what I tell you to implement, and you're going to see that your Google business page is going to start moving up the ranks, and you're going to see the path to victory to be on the top. Does that sound good? Mario, anything you want to add before we get started here?
I was going to say the power of focus, baby, the power of focus. How many of you folks have had the experience? You decided to, do a new exercise routine or do an improvement on your health or expand your knowledge. So you just put in a lot of your focus into that one thing rather than 150 things. You know there's going to be some real results out of that. So that's awesome.
Here we go. So first question is, have you Googled yourself lately? And I don't mean have you Googled yourself like the way you always Google yourself. I mean, have you opened up a private browser or an incognito browser or used another computer and actually Googled yourself? That is what your customers are going to see. What you're currently seeing is you logged into your Gmail. Those are different results. Some of you are like, I look beautiful on Google. I'm logged into my Gmail. I'm like, that's not the same. That's actually Google showing you the stuff that you've been clicking on 100 times. And that's why all your stuff is on the top. So first of all, you want to understand that difference. Customers Googling you and you Googling yourself, two different things. You need to make sure that when a random person looks you up, they're actually finding your stuff. They're finding your Google business page. And if they're not, we have to optimize it. We have to do certain things to make sure it shows up on the top. Does that make sense? Now, there's all kinds of tricks I'm going to show you on how to navigate this Google world. But the first thing is you should at some point Google yourself from a private window, from a separate computer, go to the Apple store and Google yourself and see what shows up. It's going to be very different. Okay? Awesome. I love it. Tina says, I went incognito and I came up. Awesome. Step one completed for you, Tina. There you go. Tom Ferry, he always talks about this. He says, your business is whatever Google says it is. We're at all the Tom Ferry events. We got this great video where he talks about the importance of Google. He gets it. Now we all need to get it. But 93% of real estate professionals are not optimized with their Google and social media presence. In fact, 50% of the agents that I meet are not even set up on Google. 50%. Talk about an opportunity for you all to get ahead of your competition, right? So let's look at Google. We're going to look at how do you show up on the Google map. We're going to look at Google reviews and building that trust, building that credibility. We're going to look at Google business profiles and how those rank and how those show up with different advertising techniques, because that's part of what's changing right now. We're going to look at Google being the new word of mouth. Let that sit for a second. By the way, I created all these images in ChatGPT, so I didn't have to have a graphic designer do it for me. I said, take a blonde guy teaching a class to realtors and have him teach about Google. And it came up with these 4 images. How wild is that? Pretty cool, right? So James has a great question. Will it be different in different areas? I just used a different iPad, not mine. Yes, it will be different in different areas. If you go to Central Panhandle, you're going to see different search results when you search. Okay, so there is that factor as well. So let's look at a couple case studies of big Google influencers that are crushing it. This is Gary Ashton, #1 REMAX team in the world. He's a client of ours. He's got a Google business page. We've helped him get Google reviews. We've optimized his Google business page. He has 1,302 reviews. Now, we're not responsible for getting all 1,300 of his reviews. What I'm showing you here is that he has 1,300 reviews. This is possible. Now, he started early. He gets it. Gary's getting leads all day long on his Google business page. How many people think Gary's getting phone calls with 1,300 reviews in the Nashville area? Gary's everywhere, right? Does anybody on this call have more than 1,300 reviews? I'm showing you this because this is like at the top, right? Not too many agents or brokerages or team leaders have 1,300 reviews, but Gary has managed to do that. So you want to set a big goal for yourself. Here's the bar. Now, you're all not going to get to 1,300 overnight, and some of you might not get to 1,300 ever. That's okay. You might not need that in your local market. He's in a very competitive market. He's in Nashville. So put it in the chat. How many reviews do each of you have right now? And if you don't have a Google business page, say, I don't have a Google business page. So Tim has 70. James has 1. John has 27. Craig has 27. Brian has 7. 1, 17, 9, 33. So can we see the world of distance here, of difference, right? The most active person here is Tim, who's come to all of our calls pretty much. He gets the importance of Google reviews. He uses the digital card to get them, and he's at 70. And Gary is over here with 1,300. Okay? I'm just showing you what's possible. Willie Harden is over in a smaller area, right? He gets 4 to 5 qualified leads per week from Google. He closed 1 to 2 deals per month from Google. He's only got 50 reviews. He's in Louisville, Kentucky. Each market is different. So check it out. Willie with just 50 reviews is crushing it on Google. So that's possible too. Now you've seen all the way over here 1,300 reviews, all the way over here 50 reviews. Both of them are generating business from their Google business in different markets. Okay? Anna Benavides. Anna Benavides is over at EXP, longtime client of ours, uses all of our solutions. She's using the digital card to get reviews. She's got 148 reviews. Now, Anna doesn't have a team, so she's done this organically on her own. And I asked her, I'm like, how did you do it? She's like, I don't know, Alex. Just every time I meet somebody, I ask for a review. If I give them value, I ask for a review. If I closed a deal, I ask for a review. I just made it part of my process. So Anna has done this in very little time. She's up at 148 reviews. Anna is telling me all the time how many deals. She's like, I just got another listing from Google. Pretty wild, right? How many people on this call just got a listing or have gotten a listing from Google? Let's just get an idea. How many people on this call got either a listing appointment or a listing from Google? Tim says yes. Some says none. Brian says no. Craig says yes. Wayne just got one. Awesome, Wayne. Wayne's a longtime client. I love that. And Wayne, I remember when you had no reviews on Google, right? Now you've got a bunch. So this is very doable, everybody. Can everybody see that this is doable? Like whether you have just a few reviews or you're getting 50 reviews or maybe you're getting thousands of reviews, but it's all doable. But somewhere we got stopped. For example, Brian says my Google business page is still not verified. That's going to stop him, right? So we got to get him unstuck. Some of you have 0 reviews and you haven't asked for reviews. That's going to get you stuck. So Mario talks about this all the time, like things can get in your way, right? But we can't let these things get in our way. We have to bust through the walls and get to the other side. So that's what we're going to be talking about over the next couple weeks. Anything you want to add there, Mario?
I was going to say, those folks that got those listings, those deals, how much did you have to pay Google for? Oh, yeah, nothing. And those folks that took the time to be persistent and consistent and say, hey, I'd really love a 5-star review. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to send it to you. There, I did it. Do you see it? Perfect. Thank you so much. How much did that cost you? Oh, yeah, 0. So this is Zero cost to you. All it's fueled on is your effort and your consistency. And then you get real results with real money.
And not to mention that this is actually something that is yours. You can't say that about a lot of things in real estate. Like when you work at a major brokerage, if they give you a website, that's their website that you're leasing. You're borrowing it, right? Your Google business page is yours wherever you go. Your Google reviews are yours wherever you go. This is an asset for life. It actually has a transferable value when you sell your brokerage or you sell your team to a brokerage. They pay based on the number of reviews that you have. So you want to build value in your business, you get Google reviews. You want to get leads for free in your business, you get Google reviews. Sheila over here started a long time ago. She's got 80 reviews now. Do you remember Sheila, Mario? I met her at National Association of Realtors like 4 years ago. She saw my QR code and she goes, Alex. No, she didn't say Alex. She said, what's this QR code? And then we got to know each other. And she started doing the Google review game 4 years ago. Now she's got 80 reviews and she's closed a bunch of deals from Google. A bunch. I don't even know if I have to catch up with her again. But the last time I saw her was a couple of years ago. She gave me this video testimonial. She had done like 3-4 deals just from Google. She would have never gotten those had she not been on Google. So for all of you that are saying, I got zero, I have 0 reviews, I have 0 Google business presence. Fast forward 3 years from now, you could be like Sheila going, I closed 4 deals this year from Google. The difference is we have to get it done. That's why I'm going to focus on it for 4 weeks. So Joe Schrum is another one. Joe only has 10 reviews. Now, I just met Joe at ERA Fuel. Joe has done 3 deals from his Google already with 10 reviews. He had no Google business page before. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't take a lot. Now, if you go like Gary and you get 1,300, you're going to be crushing it. But if you start like Joe with 10, you're moving in the right direction. You're starting to get some business. Things are starting to flow your way. And notice how much space Joe's Google business page takes on the Google search result page. It's 40% of the screen. It's literally free advertising, everybody. All of you are looking to where you can spend your money on marketing when you're not taking advantage of the free marketing that exists. Does that make sense? Like literally, anybody who said, I don't have a Google business page or I have 0 reviews right now, you're probably looking, can I buy leads from Zillow? Can I buy leads over here? Can I buy leads over there? Why are you going to buy leads? Focus on the free. I love it. Geraldine says, focus on free. They're giving you opportunities. We're handing out stuff here in America. Like here, free money, free money, free money. And we're like, where can I spend money? I want to consume. I want to spend money. No, let's take advantage of the free resources, build your business, and then you got an asset to work with. Gary's Google business page is paying dividends for years. All right, I think you get the point. So my question is, what do you think is the average number of reviews that an agent has on Google? This is going to shock you. Shocked me. What's the average number of reviews that a real estate agent has on Google? James says 5, John says 5, Geraldine says 7, 5, 6. Yeah, right, pretty low. The average is less than 7. You know what the average number of reviews is for the typical small business? 39. This should be our wake-up call, everybody. We're entrepreneurs, right? Are we really going to let the world of small business have 39 reviews and we as realtors are going to have less than 7? We should be leading. We're one of the few industries that you're allowed to even create a Google business page for yourself, right? Lawyers are already crushing this. Look at your best lawyer in your local market, probably has like 500 reviews, right? So here's the opportunity, okay? Now, this allows you to stand out amongst everybody else. Here's the average number of everything, by the way. So a typical agent has less than 200 Facebook likes, less than 300 Instagram followers, less than 1 YouTube subscriber. less than 5 videos posted on YouTube. So if you want to be in the top 1% or the top 10% of agents in your market, you have to beat these tiny little numbers. And for the next 4 weeks, I want you to focus on beating your Google review numbers. Right? We're going to talk about this challenge I'm going to invite you to be in, but I've run multiple Google review challenges, and that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about something bigger. But check this out. John had 6 reviews on Google. John has a big team. He had 6 reviews on Google, and I had a class like this, and I said, John, are you going to take on the challenge finally? And he goes, yes, I'm committed. He committed. In 21 days, he got to 53 reviews. Christine already got it. She's like, I have 87 total. She started at 70. She got 17 new reviews in 21 days. Kim got 20 new reviews. She went from 9 to 29 in 21 days. And all they did was ask. All they did was ask for reviews. That's the difference. How many of you are not asking for reviews? Let's be honest. How many of you don't have this as part of your process? You don't have like a method or a system or a process for asking for reviews. You don't have an easy way to ask for reviews. If you're at 0, that's what's going on. You just don't have a system for it yet. Once you put in the system, it's going to automatically start happening. And you're going to start automatically getting more reviews. I love it. Jack is being honest, like guilty as charged. Larry says, do you think it's suspicious if so many reviews show up overnight? It is not, Larry. So, I mean, I've done 25 reviews in 2 minutes from different locations. The only thing that would be suspicious is all the reviews being done in the same location, like in one real estate office. That would be a little suspicious. Some says they did it in Zillow, and how do you ask them to do it in Google too? Well, here's the thing, Some. Great question. You focus on Google first. The days of you all focusing on Zillow reviews is 3 years ago, just as a wake-up call. Getting Google reviews is way more important than Zillow reviews right now. And it's increasingly important with the algorithm changes that just happened, okay? What's about to happen for Google, which I'm going to talk about today, is that they're changing the whole game. They are literally creating the directory of Google, of the top-rated agents, and it's not local service ads anymore. It's going to be Google business pages. For about 2-3 years, everybody was talking about LSA this, LSA that, local service ads. It was going to do all this stuff. Now, Google switched because enough people had Google business pages and enough people are getting reviews that now they open it up to Google business pages. That's the big algorithm change that I just dropped for you all. It happened in January. It started happening when they stopped letting you put reviews on your local service ad. Now they only let you put the reviews on your Google business page. Ding, ding, ding. That was a big important change for everybody. You know, when you search best realtor in Nashville and the 3 pictures of realtors came up, that was LSAs. Now you search and you see Google business pages more than you see LSAs. There's a big change happening, and it's getting harder to get Google reviews, everybody. So you do want to jump on this fast, because over time, it's going to get more and more difficult to get Google reviews. They're going to make it more challenging. They've already started making it more challenging. So this is a real opportunity that we have this year to take advantage of this. And you can see agents that are doing it already, like John, that got 46 reviews in 21 days. That's wild. So let's keep going. I am going to show you how to get more leads from Google Business, even if you don't have listings. And if you don't have digital marketing as a background, or you don't have digital marketing with Google, I'm going to show you how to do all that. I'm creating this 4-week mastery program, and all of you are going to get this complimentary that are here on this call. I will be charging for this in the future because it's going to be extremely valuable for businesses that want to take advantage. And we're doing it like this. Today, we are talking about Google Business. I'm going to show you how to optimize it in the next 20 minutes. I'm going to show you on May 9th how to get more Google reviews. On May 16th, I'm going to show you what Google Ads are and how you can position yourself with Google Ads. This is not LSAs. This is not Google AdWords. This is something else, everybody. This is new, and literally nobody's doing it yet. This is going to be mind-blowing for you and such an opportunity, but you're going to need reviews for it to work. Because the last thing you want to do is put 20 bucks into a Google ad with no reviews. Okay? And I'm talking about not hundreds of dollars here. Like, you can put very little money into Google Business Ads and get results. And May 23rd, we're going to talk about what to do with these leads, how to follow up on these leads, how to really crush it with the leads. So it's no secret. Google is out there. You can all research this, right? But I want to build something for all of you that you're going to say, I'm so glad I spent the last 4 weeks with Alex doing this, because I just built an asset for my business that's going to pay dividends, right? That to me is like, let's focus for the next 4 weeks on something powerful like this. So here's the first thing I want you to do. I want you to register for the next 3 weeks. All I'm doing is, rather than usually we send you a link every Friday, hey, join the masterclass. I made it even easier for you all. You scan this QR code and I'll give you the link. You register for next Friday. It'll automatically register for you for the next 3 Fridays. So now it's just in your calendar. You don't have to register each time. I just saved you like time, basically, right? And most of you are repeat, so you want to be there. And by doing this, you're also going to get the recording and the replay. So I'm going to give you the link right now. Super easy. You can also scan this QR code. Oops, I moved forward a little quick there. Bear with me. Sorry. There it is. And let's grab this link for you all. This is what the registration link is. I'm going to drop it in the chat. It'll take you 2 seconds. You just put in your name, your email, and you're registered for the next 3 weeks. Can't make it any easier than this, right, Mario? I mean, we email you guys, we text you guys every week. We wait for you to register. Now I'm like, you know what? If I know I'm going to focus on this for the next 3 weeks, why not just give you one link and you're registered for the next 3 weeks? Pretty easy, right? So I'll give you all a chance to do that. I'll give you back the QR code right here. You can do that as well. No problem, Stephen. Smarter, not harder. Yes, I'm all about it. Let's save time. Let's leverage it the best we can. Once you did register, just say I registered and you're good to go. Jack has a great question. Is there a script to ask for Google reviews from friends who have not actually done a real estate transaction with you? Yeah. Here, I'll give you a simple one, Jack, and everybody. You tell them that you entered a Google Business Challenge, and I set a goal of 50 reviews. I'm building my online reputation as a realtor, and I'd love if you could give me 5 stars and say a few kind words. Now they get to be part of your journey of building your reputation. People love to be part of these kind of things, by the way. They want to be part of the journey. So it's like, hey, I joined this Google Business Challenge. I'm trying to get to 50 reviews in the next 21 days, and I'm trying to win the prize. And I'd love if you could just give me a 5-star review. It's so simple, right? Or, hey, I've been in the industry for 30 years, but I never focused on my online reputation. I'd love if you could give me 5 stars and say a few kind words as I build my reputation, because I want other realtors, other people like you to know about me. Now, Marie, that's the myth. Marie's got a great myth here. She thought we could only ask people we did closings with. No, you can ask anybody. You could ask your title person, your lawyer, your broker. You could ask each other. Speak about your reputation, your credibility, your integrity, your professionalism. Awesome. Absolutely. It's all about relationships. And by the way, you want to talk about building your book of business? Once you ask somebody for a review, call them and thank them for that review. And by default, you'll have a conversation that might lead to a referral. I have agents who've done this. Every time they get a review, they call, thank you so much for that review. I really appreciate the kind words. And you talk a little bit, and next thing you know, they're like, you know, my sister-in-law is selling a home out in, do you take listings out in the Hamptons? It's like, yeah, I do. Right? Or I can refer you to somebody. So it's a conversation starter on top of that. Yeah, Larry's got a lot of reviews. He said other agents you just worked with. That's a great one. So awesome. Did you all get a chance to register? You shouldn't miss this. If you really want to take it to the next level, this is your opportunity. I'm letting you know now, in the future, this challenge will cost $100, or you're going to at least have to buy an Instacard, because I want everybody to get the reviews, and the digital card is how they're going to get the reviews. So in the future, I will be charging for this 4-week class. But all of you, because you're raving fans, get in now while it's complimentary. And most of you have the digital card, so you're going to be able to get reviews really easily. Amy says, can you say that script one more time? I'll give you 2 scripts. 1, I've been in the industry for over X amount of years, but I never focused on my online reputation, just my personal reputation. I'd love if you could click on the link, give me 5 stars, and say some nice words as I build my online reputation. I would highly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Or I'm in this Google Business Challenge and I'm shooting to get to 50 reviews in the next 21 days. If you could be so kind as to give me a 5-star review, it would help me get to my goal. I'd appreciate it so much. Piece of cake. Just ask, everybody. Awesome. Let's go to the next thing. You can either dabble or you can go all in. Dabbling is I've got a few reviews, like 2 to 3 reviews. All in is like I've got 100 reviews. Right? So I'm going to ask you all in a second to create a goal for yourself. In the next 21 days, by the end of May, how many reviews are you going to get to? Let's put it in the chat. In fact, right now, how many reviews do you want to get to by the end of May? It's May 2nd right now. What's a good review goal? I love the hundreds, right? Craig says 100. Geraldine says 100. Larry says 21, 40. I love this. These are gold, right? So here's what I'm going to do. If you want to really be part of this, if you're committed to getting into this challenge and you want to really grow your reviews, I'm going to ask you to fill in this little form. Why am I doing this? I want to see who the players are. I do these classes every Friday, and honestly, I've got action takers that take my education, they run with it. They text me, they're like, Alex, I got a listing out of what you told me to do. Or like, I got great engagement on that post. And then I have people that come for the information and they don't do anything with it. I love you all, but let's make some magic together. So if you're committed to being in this challenge, I'm asking for some extra info so I can actually help you better. So I created this little form. You can fill it in by scanning this QR code. It's going to ask you, do you have a Google business page? Because that's the first thing. If you don't have a Google business page, it's not going to work. I'm going to give you all the link as well. For those of you that are saying I can't scan the QR code, here's the link. I'll put it in the chat for you all. You can click on that link. This is the form. It's going to ask you, do you have a Google business page? Do you have your Instacard? Because your Instacard is what's going to make it easy to get reviews. And those of you that tell me, hey, I have my Instacard, I'm going to send you a Google review training. Then how many reviews do you have now? What's your Google review goal? What's your biggest challenge? What's the most effective way you've been asking for reviews? So it's a couple of questions, but I want you to fill this in because this is going to tell us, where are you in this journey of getting Google reviews? Awesome. Marie, put that in the chat, in the form. We'll make sure that we can get you rocking over there. Once you filled in this form, just let me know I did it. That shows me your commitment, that you're really up for taking this to the next level, because I'm going to put a lot into this and I want to see who the players are. The link is in the chat. I'm going to drop it one more time. And here's the QR code if you want to scan it. It'll take you right to the form, take you just probably a couple minutes to fill it in. And now I know who's actually really going to take this on. Because what, there's how many people on the call? We got 69 people on the call. And this gives me an opportunity to do some research on each of you, like see what's going on with your Google presence. I can start to call you out and bring you in the hot seat on my classes and the Friday classes. Mario, anything you want to add?
Well, one of the things that you're not mentioning yet, but it's definitely worth keeping in mind, those of you who have less than 100 5-star reviews and you're committed to growing that, you're actually more than building a pipeline of qualified leads, which is great. You're also building your legacy. Because 5 years from now, imagine the number of 5-star reviews you'll have, and you will be, without question, a household name for your town, for your brokerage, for everyone that's looking for you. They're like, that's it. I don't know about these other people. This is the one. For interviews, local reports, everything, they'll seek you out because you would have built that much of a strong digital presence, which is becoming more and more relevant.
Awesome. I love it. Brian just completed the form. Geraldine did it. What is the Instacard link? The Instacard link is our digital business card product. So if you have that, that's what's going to help you get Google reviews really easy. If you don't have that, you might want to check that out. That's at instacard.realestate. But most of our clients have that product, and that's really what's going to help you all win a lot of reviews really easily. I'm going to show you how to do that. Awesome. Mark is done. Veronica's registered. James is done. Marie, your Instacard would be like instacard.co/your first name - your last name. Or if you go to your Instacard, you can catch the link. If you don't have it, don't worry. Just say, yes, I have one, and we can find it for you. If you don't have it, just say, no, I don't have it. And we'll make sure to, at the very least, we'll send you one that's complimentary. But if you want the pro version to do the Google reviews, we'll send you the link for that too. And by the way, the digital card, there's a free version, complimentary version, and then there's a pro version that's only $10 a month or $15 a month or $99 a year.
And I'm just going to go again and break the rules. So like I like to do once in a while, Mr. Montalenti, and I'll reveal the following, you see?
Yeah.
There is a platform called School where people are trained and communities are built and where people charge for sharing their knowledge, such as Mr. Montalenti sharing this incredible knowledge. So those of you who are taking advantage of this now and you're just jumping for it, you're just not holding back, congrats. Because there's nothing stopping us from later on making this completely walled by first paying to get your ticket in. Because you know this is going to be a game changer for any agent in the entire nation.
Absolutely. And I love Craig is jumping right in. He's like, here's my Instacard. Leave me a Google review. I'll reciprocate. He's already playing the game. See this, Craig, and I know Craig. Craig is an action taker, right? Like Craig is like, I'm going for it. I get it, Alex. I want to get those reviews. So here, I'm here playing with all of you. Awesome. So I'll give you just one more minute there and let's keep going. When I first started the business, I didn't have any Google reviews, just like all of you. And I went to my team and I'm like, guys, this is so important. We have to get Google reviews. We're talking about being a Google reputation company. We got to get Google reviews. And my team was like, well, what do you mean, Alex? What are we going to do about this? How do we do it? Remember, Mario, those conversations? And I'm like, let's set a goal of 100 reviews. And I was giving incentives and I was like, come on, everybody, let's do it. And little by little, we got to 100. Then the next goal was like 500. Then we got to 1,000. Now we're getting like 100 reviews a month. So it builds momentum, okay? It builds momentum little by little. But your Google business profile is what's gonna have you stand out on a Google business page search, okay? All different businesses have it. Restaurants have it, realtors have it. It's just a matter of how much you're taking advantage of it. Okay, you're able to do a lot with your Google business page that many of you are not doing. You could create offers. You could put open houses on your Google business page. You could put your listings on your Google business page. You could be posting on your Google business page. I'm sure if I ask most of the people on this call, they're not doing half of those things. I'm going to show you how that all works. Okay, so that's part of what this several week challenge is going to be about, is how do we leverage every little piece of our Google business page to have the best Google business page. You can send and receive direct messages through Google Business. You can have people book appointments with you through Google Business. You can get scheduled appointments. You can have them click on your listings. It's crazy. You can know how many customers search for you. What about this? When you have a bunch of reviews, you go to a listing presentation and you show your analytics and say, I've got 8,000 interactions on my Google business page. I'm going to put your listing on there. I've got 100 reviews on my Google business page. Let me read you some of our client reviews. These are things that go into your marketing. Your Google profile is just the very tip of the iceberg. It's the beginning. The first thing you see is the reviews. There are multiple layers underneath your Google business page. I'm just talking about the first layer right now. Throughout these couple of weeks, we're going to go into all the layers. I went really deep on this for all of you, okay? You have a bio on your Google business page. You should be adding service areas to your bio so that you can get found on more searches. You should be posting on your Google business page. We have a platform that does it for you, so there's no excuses anymore. We could post for you, but you need to be putting out content on your Google business page. That's going to help it show up on the top of the search engines. You could put your profile links into your Google business page. Most of you don't have this. A link to your YouTube, a link to your Instagram, a link to your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your TikTok. Google is literally saying, get on my directory and tell me what you got. And many of you are not answering the call. Google is literally saying, get in my directory and tell me your social media platforms, and I will display them on a Google search. And many of you don't have your social media platforms linked, and many of you are not on the directory. So this is the first thing we got to do, is get you on the directory, get your business profile optimized, get Google reviews, and now you've got something to work with.
I want to add a couple of things too, Mr. Montrenzi. This is super crucial. I want to remind everyone. Two things. Number one, not only is Google asking you to give it the information it needs so that you're relevant, so that it knows where to place you, so that when people pick up their phone and say, hey Siri, let me get the best agent in my town, they can say, oh, here's Geraldine, or here's Hillary. So the more you feed Google, the better it can serve you for free, because that makes Google a much more effective, relevant website. That's number one. Number two, you're gonna get people that are going to slow you down, question you, maybe even want to ridicule you. Like, what if you do this at your next birthday party with like 20, 30 guests? You just walk around, share a drink, and say, hey, give me a 5-star review. Come on, be nice. People are like, what are you doing? Don't worry about it. You know, at Real Grader, we've even had people that wanted to claim that we buy our reviews. We don't mind. You're going to get those people. You're going to get the criticizers, the naysayers, the doubters, the questioners. Put them aside. Focus on the goal. Focus on the free. That's what it takes.
Yeah, and we definitely do not buy our reviews. We worked really hard to get them. Even the 1-star reviews, we work hard to get them and to remove them through phone calls. So what I want to share with you all is, how do you know if you have a Google business page, and how do you know if it's optimized? If you're one of our clients, we probably set up your Google business page. We didn't optimize every last detail of it the way that I'm going to teach you, because there's only so much that we can do, and then we need you to do some stuff too. However, if we set it up for you, we set it up for you. How do you know if you have it? 2 ways to know. First, you go to Google and make sure you're logged into your Gmail. And if you see this, your business on Google with the edit profile, read reviews, photos, that means that's the edit screen for your Google business page. That's where you get to play with all the features and functionality of your Google business. The other way is over here. You go to the 9 dots on the top right where your Gmail is, and this thing drops down with Gmail, Google Drive, Sheets, Docs. One of them says Business Profile Manager. That's where you're going to be able to go in and optimize your Google business. So it's one of those two options. If you're seeing your Google business page and you're wondering, how do I edit it? How do I optimize it? How do I take it to the next level, Alex? How do I respond to reviews? You have to log into your Gmail and then go to Business Profile Manager, or you'll see it up here right on the search. Those are the two ways to access it. So now you know after this call, you're going to want to go check that out. This is a huge asset, everybody. Probably the strongest asset you all own digitally is your Google business page. I have agents that have thousands of reviews. If Google suspends that, they are freaking out. And by the way, Google does suspend stuff from time to time. It is a nightmare, and you have to work at getting it back. You have to appeal and appeal. We even got our Google business suspended. We appealed it multiple times and we got it back. There was a day when Google business went down for a lot of people. It came back. But this asset is huge for all of you. And this is how you know if you have it and if you can edit it. We're approaching the end of this call, but I wanted to lay this foundation for you. And I'm going to get into a few things. If you can stay for another 5 minutes, if you can't, you now have the foundation. You are now registered for the next 3 weeks. You are now starting the review challenge, and you're going to start asking for reviews. That is your homework. Your homework between now and the next week is to find your Google business page. It is to optimize it the best that you can, but I'm going to train more on that. And it's to start asking for reviews. And I want to hear back next week, hey, Alex, I added 10 reviews. Hey, Alex, I added 20 reviews. Hey, Alex, I learned I can't add reviews because I don't have a Google business page. You're going to run into whatever hurdle you run into. And we're going to support you on these Fridays. You can ask questions in the chat, right? Like Rose, for example, she had hers suspended. That's a huge issue, right? She lost all her old reviews. So maybe there's something we can do there. Maybe there isn't. Maybe she had to start from scratch. We can look into that. But these are the kind of hurdles we're going to run into. But for those of you that are part of this challenge, I'm going to do my best to support you on getting over these hurdles and taking it to the next level. You're going to want to go into your Google business page and look at the bio. Does it represent you well? Maybe you want to use AI to rewrite it. Do you have all your social media profile links in there? That's super important. Do you have your office hours in there? If you're a realtor, you should probably be 24/7. Is your location there? Here's one word of caution. Do not change your location without speaking to us first. This is how you get Google business suspended. When you go change your location haphazardly, it suspends you instantly. Be very careful with Google business locations. Do not change addresses very quickly, okay? Communicate with us. This is a serious thing that closes down Google business pages. This is the one factor they don't play with, okay? You can modify your business information from the dashboard. Yeah, Marie says, can we change the address? I would not change it. If you're working with us, let us do it. Be very careful with that. Photos. You want to make sure the default photo is your headshot or your logo, not some random photo of the back of the office. You want to make sure that your reviews are getting responded to through the dashboard. So as you get, I'll talk about this more next week, but as you get reviews, make sure you're responding to them. Craig says, my biggest challenge is when I ask for a review, the person is not logged in and can't remember their Google password. I live in the land of Microsoft and Bing. Yeah, that's a challenge. You might have to give them a little tutorial on how to log in. I'm not really sure. Unfortunately, people do need to be logged in to do Google reviews. Performance. You can check the performance, and I invite you all to go take a screenshot of your current Google business performance. And then we're going to take a screenshot at the end of this challenge to show how it changed. You have all the data right here. You should be looking at how your Google business performance is doing. Is it generating more phone calls? Is it getting more reviews? Is it getting more views? Is it getting seen more? What is it getting seen for? This is huge. Most people study this stuff a lot. How many clicks did you get? You can put in products and services on your Google business page. Wayne said it's illegal to put immovable property. Wayne, there is ways to get around this. I have lots of agents that have properties on their Google business page. I'll talk about that in the future classes. Advertising. Don't advertise until you have the foundation set up. Advertising is going to be the last thing we talk about. We'll do that on the last week. If you want to put a little money into this, $50, $100, and see what happens, you may consider that. But that's only when you've got enough Google reviews that it's going to work. Only when your Google business is optimized the right way. Okay? You can add services. You can add a booking appointment. There's a lot in here, everybody. I'm just giving you warmed up, but I want you to know that there's a whole world back here, and I'm going to get into it next Friday. Okay? So this is really just the entry level. At this point, I'd love to hear your takeaways. What is your biggest takeaway so far? The important factors here are we've got to get more Google reviews. We've got to understand that our Google business is a huge asset for our business. It will pay dividends over time. It is what people are doing on Google is they're looking you up. Larry says how important reviews are. James says I need to get my business verified. I need to take a video. Julie says, should we reply to our Google reviews? Absolutely, Julia, you should. That actually helps your optimization as well. Preparing before I do ads, says John. Asking people, not just clients for reviews, says Tina. I'm not sure your question, Suma, if you could rephrase that. You have to give them a physical address, but you don't have to display the physical address. Craig says, thank you, Dina, for the review. I now have 28. Awesome. Craig got a review just being on this call. Way to go, Craig. I've had people sit on these calls, by the way, and text like 10 people and get like 5 reviews just in the 1 hour that we're talking about it. Imagine if at the beginning of each Friday, each of you text like 10 people with your Instacard, with your Google review link. And by the end of the 1 hour, you already got 5 reviews. So who's going to be the winner of this challenge? I am going to create a prize for the winner of this challenge. The person who gets the most reviews in 21 days, I am going to do a 1 hour business strategy session, just one-on-one with you to really help you take it to the next level. So that's my gift to the person that really goes all in. I'll spend 1 hour with you going through your business strategy, looking at your digital strategy, and helping you take it to the next level. I charge like $497 an hour for my time right now. So that's a $500 gift for the person who takes it to the next level. So who's on here that's like, that's going to be me. I'm going to win this challenge. The biggest gift is that you actually get a lot of reviews out of it. It isn't even that you get to spend time with me. It's really that you just took it to the next level for yourself. You built a digital asset that's going to pay dividends, right? Awesome. I love it. People put some great takeaways here. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's go. So there is a lot going on here with Google Business. There's a lot of things you can do. And I'll leave you all with this screen. So if you haven't joined our texting platform, text training, that's going to add you to the list. If you want to give us a 5-star review, we always love 5-star reviews. If you enjoyed the training today, if you enjoy what I'm doing as giving this gift of the Google Mastery Challenge for everybody who's a raving fan, give us a 5-star review online at realgraderreview.com. If you want to invite a friend, feel free to invite a friend. You can send them to influencerexperttraining.com. Or better yet, give them the link that we provided earlier. That's going to register them for all 3. And I thank you all for really participating, really being committed to your business, taking it to the next level. This is going to be an awesome month of May. I can't wait to see the results when we actually focus for 4 weeks on the same platform. Because I've seen results when we work on one platform. Mario, can you imagine like 4 weeks working on one platform, the kind of results our agents are going to get? It's going to be a game changer.
Game changer, baby. Welcome, everyone. Welcome aboard.
Thank you, Jack, for that 5-star review. Yeah, and by the way, once somebody gives you one 5-star review, they can't do it again. So that's something to keep in mind as you're asking your customers. Between now and next week, your homework, find your Google business page, work on it, optimize it, ask for Google reviews. If you don't have the digital card, you might want to get the digital card before the next class so that you can actually start asking for reviews with the digital card. And I'm excited to see the progress over the next couple of weeks for all of you. It's going to be massive. Mario, anything to add before we go?
No, I'm good. Everyone, have a great weekend. Have a great Friday.
Thank you.